and welcome to my channel. If you know me already, then you know how much excited I have been for the Christmas season. Every year I'm making my Christmas crochet ornaments, and this year is the first one that I'm going to actually make tutorials for them. This is gonna be the first one in the series. Look how cute! Today we're making the candy canes. They are super easy, super fast,
and super cheap
because you don't really use that much of material. For our candy canes, a fun fact is that they're not actually crochet, they're just crochet looking. So if you look from up close, it does look like a crochet stitch, but it's actually more of a macrame stitch, and you probably already know it. You know why? Do you remember scoobies from school? Like those long plastic strands that we were making all those keychains and bracelets with. This one is made in the same way. I hope that you accept that it's not actually crochet. Let's go! We need 2 colors of macrame type of yarn. I'm using Casasol yarns. This one is called Cotton Air 2.5mm. I'm using white and dark green, but they also have many lovely shades of red and pink and brighter green. In case you cannot find it, you can use any type of macrame yarn that is, let's say, around 3 to 5mm wide. Don't go for too thick of a yarn, because then your candy cane will be really chunky. Of each of the colors, I cut a 170cm strand. One more thing that is needed is a wire. It doesn't really matter what type of a wire. I would go for a slightly thicker one, just so that you know that when it bends, it stays bended, and even with the yarn around it, it will stay in shape. Look, it has the wire inside, so it can be bended however I wish. To begin, we need to hold the 2 strands together and try to fold them in half. My green is slightly longer, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to grab them here and find where is the middle of my 2 strands. So you can see here are the endings, here's the middle of both of them. In this place, I'm going to make a knot. So this is the spot, and then I'm going to just make a knot like a normal knot, like you tie your shoes, just one over another and the other into the loop. Normal knot, just gonna tighten it, and we've got them now secured all together. For the next step, we need to put them down on the table and put them down in a way that the same colors are not next to each other. So there's white, darker color, white, and darker color, like this. Okay, got it, right? We've got the loop in the middle, we've got the white, darker, white, and the darker. You need to always move in the same direction, so I always move clockwise. We're going to take the first white strand and put it over the green one. Then take the green one and put it over 2 whites. Let's take this one, the second white one, and put it over 2 greens. So we're creating this kind of a square shape. The last strand that we haven't touched yet goes over 2 whites, and inside that last loop, that the first loop that we created, so that we have something like this right now. White over the green, green over 2 whites, white over 2 greens, and green over 2 whites, and into that loop. Once you've got this done, we're going to try to tighten all of them at the same time. So we pull all of those strings, and then once it becomes smaller, it might look a little bit confusing. So now we're going to tighten the white ones, tighten the green ones at the same time. Just the white, just the green, just the white, just the green. And at the end, we're going to have this square shaped knot where each of the strand goes out under the next strand. If you got it already, then good luck to you. That's basically it. That's what we're going to repeat the whole time, just putting the wire in soon. But if you didn't, then let's do a few more together just so that we make sure that you're going the right way. I just put our knot in the middle again, and then there's the white and the green and the white and the green. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the white and put it over the green. Take the green and put it over 2 whites. Then I'm gonna take the second one and put it over 2 greens. The last green, I'm gonna put it over 2 whites and into that loop. So over 2 whites and into that first loop. We're going to try to tighten them all together, and then once it becomes small, we just tighten the green ones together, the white ones together, the green ones together, the white ones together, and then you've got that square knot again. Always go clockwise, so if you go one left, one right, one left, one right, or you change directions, it's not gonna have that perfect spiral shape. Once you do around 6 of them, so you've got like half of your thumb of the candy cane done, it's time to put the wire in. And also a little note here, always leave a little bit space here in the middle just so that you can put the wire inside, because if we get too tight, then it will be very difficult. It worked, the wire is in, it's stable. Now how do we continue with the wire in? So it might be, the more you go, it might be harder to put it still on the table. So you might need to switch to your fingers. And in that case, you can just put it in between your fingers and then do the same in a smaller scale. So just spread the colors out as you were doing before, right? Like this. And then again, go with the white one over the green, and the green over 2 whites, then the second white over 2 greens, and then the last green one over 2 whites, and in that little hole, and pull through. And then you just tighten it like before, just considering the wire inside, and try to not hurt yourself, and you're gonna be fine. So I'm going to catch you up when we're at the length of the wire. Alrighty, coming back here once I finished the length of my candy cane. As you can see, I finished closing the wire, so you can still see it, but just barely. It's almost all hidden in the candy cane. Once you're here, we're going to do one more stitch on top of that, just so that we can close the wire fully, just so that when we bend it, it's not gonna stick out. So I'm gonna do one more little stitch here, and I'm going to make it very, very tight so that we really don't see that wire anymore. Okay, we don't see it. Just make sure that this one is really, really tight. And now we can cut these off. Here are mine after cutting. I just wanted to show you, please don't cut them too short, just so that you make sure that there is a little bit of space, that they can still be held one under another. And then we've got the stick done. We're ready to bend it. I like to bend it in 1/3, just like this. And here we go. The candy cane is done. Here's the comparison between the green and the red, in case you're still not sure which color to go for. If you want, you can add a little strand of yarn coming through one of these loops, just to hang it on a tree, be able to make it into an actual ornament. Congrats on your candy cane! It's been lovely. I feel like I want them in every possible color. I need the pink ones. Maybe a red with a green would also be a nice color combination. Anyways, if this is the first time you're seeing me here, then hi, I'm Daria and I'm a crochet teacher and a founder of a crochet studio in Barcelona. I do almost every day an in-person crochet club, and as well here you can find many of my crochet tutorials as well as crochet patterns and sometimes a little bit of behind the scenes of a life of a full-time crocheter. In this Christmas series I started with the candy canes, and the next one I'm gonna show you is a little crochet advent wreath. Very easy, very fast. I'm sure you're gonna love it. So thanks for today, and I'll see you next time.